Let's get familiar with the Fast Builder app. This is the Go Recruit icon. This is how you will access your Fast Builder app initially. This is your home page. And these up here are 3 sliders with information that will be populated and managed by corporate. They'll let you know about specials, about announcements, and so forth, and you can click on them to get additional information. The rest of the navigation in the top left, you have your menu navigation. From here, you're going to be able to add distributors, look at your profile, and so forth. When you do look at your profile, please know that you will not update that here. You'll update that in your member back office. But you can click on the profile and you can make sure that the information is accurate. If you ever want to go back at any time, click the Home button. Now let's take a look at the menu again. The About Us just tells you a little bit about M Network and the privacy policy that we use relating to your data. Of course, the contact information. This shows you corporate's contact information, so you can access us at any time. And if there's a problem with the app, you can contact MemberTech, who is the one that is providing the software support for this. Now, important to note, you do not want to log out of your app. And the reason you don't is because if you don't log out, then you will get the alerts, and that's crucial. Now let's look at the navigation here in the Share button. This is the main functionality of the app, and this is to create engagement with your contacts. We've got initial contact, follow-up, enrollment links, nutritional panels, and so forth. When you look at the initial contact section, here are some videos. If you want to view the video, click on the play button and it's going to pull it up for you, and you'll see it just the way somebody would see it if they were to see it on their phone as well. You've seen this video. It's the manifesto video. We'll log out of it. We're going to be populating more content, but this is what we have for now. What you want to do to share this is click on the Share tab, and then you're going to see the text message that has been populated and the email message. You can edit these down the road. Click Next, and let's figure out who we're going to send this to. You can focus and choose on existing prospects, and I only have 2 right now, which is Lester and Dave. Both awesome guys, but really not who we're looking for. We want to send this to somebody new. So we're going to click on our new prospects, and we can add somebody directly from our address book. When you click that, it's going to pull up your address book, and you can just look for the name. We're going to look for Glenn Oliver in this particular instance. It's going to ask us to choose which number is his mobile and which number is his email. Once we've done that and it looks good, then we're going to click on Next. And then we decide how we're going to send this message to him via text, email, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WeChat. So now that you have the opportunity to send this message out, we're going to choose text right here for this example, and that is going to bring up, do we want a reminder to follow up after we send this within 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days. We're going to choose 24 hours. The first time you do this, it's going to just notify you that there may be costs by your phone provider. Typically, those aren't even relevant anymore, but always hit yes. That way you can get reminders on things. And this is what it's going to look like. Here's where you can edit the message, but it has the link to the video. Now, the exciting part about what this does is this system allows us to be able to track, allows you to be able to track all of the activity of who's looked at the text, the email, have they clicked on the link, have they visited the pages, and so forth. In this particular example, we just got an alert notification that said our video is being watched. When we click on that, then we get the notification that is also sent to our email, by the way, that tells us that Dave Webb is watching a video. Now that we know we can track activity from our contacts, let's take a quick look at the prospect list that we see, and we've got 3 individuals here. Let's look at Dave Webb and find out exactly what happened. So here we can see that Dave Webb was sent this video on the 19th, and he watched the video, but he watched less than 10% of it. Well, even as we're doing this, we're seeing that we got another notification that someone else is watching a video, and it's Dave Webb again. He must just be messing with me. But now, if we were to refresh this page, we can see that Dave has seen the video or is watching the video twice. And so the great thing about this, when you go to the prospect page and you click on these 3 buttons to edit, what you can do is a number of different things. You can add history manually. You can click up here and change their status. You can edit the entire contact. In this particular example, we're going to edit the Dave contact and update our notes here. For those of you who did not know, Dave has no hair, but at once upon a time he did, and it was red. One other thing that we want to talk about in the prospect section is the ability to filter and sort our contacts as well as edit them. This particular filter allows you to sort through their status, this one, last name, first name, or last activity, and then of course you can edit in a bulk format to be able to mark them as hot or not, and of course to delete them. And then there's the spyglass to be able to search by name if you like. Let's move on to the three-way calling feature. Now, this is exciting and relevant because of what it allows you to do. You can invite individuals to be your helper on three-way calls. But to do that, you need to know what their ID number is. Every user for the FastBuilder app has a unique ID, and you need to know what that is. You can enter it in here, and then the request will go out to them, requesting for them to be your helper to help on three-way calls when necessary. So we just sent that out to Lester. So now we've backed out to the main page. We've sent Lester the invite. Now we're going to go back into the three-way call, and we can see that the call now is active in terms of the request. And if we look our notifications, we see that Lester has accepted or agreed to help us out in the future with three-way calls. Okay, great. Now we're actually going to request that Lester help us out with a three-way call right now. And so we push the request call button, and what's going out right now is an email and a text to Lester, to which he's already responded saying, "Hey, I'm happy to help. I'm available." Fantastic. Now I can call my prospect and three-way in Lester, and I know he's going to pick up the phone call. What a great tool. We're going to talk about the events section icon right here. This is where you can create, schedule homing meetings, training meetings, Facebook Live events, and other types of events to invite individuals to. You'll just click on the create, add, and then it will invite you to fill in the title, choose and select the date, as well as provide a description for those who will attend so they know what the meeting is about. Also helps you keep track of what your meetings are for. You can indicate what type of category it is, if it's a training, conference call, and so forth, and who this is open to, whether it's a public meeting, distributor only, and so forth. You'll put in the location of the actual meeting here, which will allow individuals just to push a button and identify it on a map, so that if they're driving directions, it'll be available. One quick note here, make sure that the country is selected to your country. If you're in the USA, you're going to need that to be selected to be able to get the drop down for the states. Once you choose the state, then you'll put the postal code, and of course you want to put your phone number in here if there's either a contact phone number or if this is a conference call, a phone number is required. Then once the event is created, you can invite prospects, and we're going to invite an existing one, Lester Hernando, at this point, and we're going to send this out to him, and we're going to decide whether it goes out by text or email. Once he responds, it will RSVP for that. If you have an existing meeting, you can click on this and continue to add individuals once the event has been created. Just click on the Invite tab and choose between existing or create new prospects and so forth. Finally, let's look at the office icon. This links you directly to your back office with mNetwork. Just put in your login credentials, and then you'll have access to that. And then, of course, finally, the alerts icon. This allows you to go through and sort through all of your alerts in terms of those that are read or unread, or perhaps even deleted in the event that you want to take a look at that. And then you have a spyglass that allows you to be able to search by name or any other critical information. We're just looking here to see what were the last notifications for Lester. We can also look for Dave, for example, and so forth. And then there's a final big edit button over here on the far right that allows you to be able to clean up your notification section.